We're back to the Neil Haley Show. My guest today is David Hollenbach of Hollenbach Leadership. David, how are you? And we were talking a couple weeks ago about Web 3.0. And you said, you know what, I'm really intrigued by this stuff. I, as an organizational leadership guy, I need to learn this because we were talking about AI and how it's taking a lot of jobs. And what's this Web 3.0? And people mention it, but it's kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. Neil Patel said it's useless. It's never going to be. I think he's telling people that just because he's invested all this money and he wants everyone to be fools and not even do it. But trust me, you listen to Neil Patel's podcast. I'm going to shoot on you right now, Neil Patel. Maybe that should be one little reel at one point in time. When Neil Patel says things so that you don't do it. He's not like Gary Vee, who predicts the future, because Gary Vee does. Gary Vee said everyone needs to have a personal brand, and now everyone needs to have a personal brand or they won't survive. So, David, let's kind of go. We're going to delve into what Web 3.0 is. The one thing I want to say about it is because of the AI dominance, AI has been the big thing. ChatGPT. Ladies and gentlemen, ChatGPT is dead. Google Bard is here to stay. Believe you me, it's coming. But everyone talks about AI this, AI that. And after Zuckerberg announced Meta, not the metaverse, but Meta, everything kind of went to crap because ultimately he lost his butt. Apple's vision goggles, or as what Neil Patel calls them, goggles, Apple goggles, are not going to be released on time. So everybody's like, when is this going to happen? But let's talk about this in business, because David, you're the business expert and you did some great research on this to talk about this topic today. What is Web3?
So Web3 is the next generation of the internet. It's built on blockchain technology. One of its main attributes, the one thing that I think is really cool about it, is it's decentralized, meaning that it's not controlled by any single entity. Web3 also promotes, Web3 also promises to be more secure and private than the current internet. So, people get hacked. This is because it uses blockchain technology, it allows us to keep our information more secure.
And it's important for it to be secure. And this is the thing, Web3, just because you're not into Bitcoin, you're not into any of the cryptocurrencies. Oh man, I can't get involved in this. Like, I don't have a wallet yet, and I guess it's going to be on my list before the end of 2023. Shout out to somebody who I knew very well back in the day that mentioned all this stuff, that I need to get a wallet. But am I going to invest in crypto and Bitcoin? I don't know about that, but I need to get a wallet because we're going to have everything as a wallet at one point in time. Now, here's the surprise. Everyone mentions Meta of Facebook, but that's not the metaverse. What is the metaverse, David?
Well, I've had the opportunity to mess around, play around in it. And this is like in the business world where an organization I was doing work for, they had like a metaverse office space set up where, you could go into a room and have meetings, and people were just meeting virtually. So that's what the metaverse is it's a shared virtual world where people can interact with each other, and with digital objects. Like there was phones and computers within this virtual office space. So I could make phone calls from this. It was like a phone call lab. So you go in there and you could, make phone calls within this room, in the office space. Now, it is still in its early stages. I think that it's kind of slow in its development. Maybe I'm wrong. But like, I wasn't really impressed with it, but it may have just been the platform that I was messing around with. Because what I've been reading is that, it's got the potential to like revolutionize the way we work, play, and socialize. And if that's the case, I mean, yeah, anything anything really awesome that we're used to now started off as something a little clunky. You had to work the bugs out, and I think that's really where we're at right now with Web3 is they're working out the kinks. It functions really well. I mean, you talk about AI, you're talking about Chat GPT and Bard. I mean, those AI tools, I mean, they work great. I
Right.
mean,
And then they're utilized with what you talked about before with that other technology. Now, the thing about the metaverse is that yes, now you're when you have your hologram, it looks really goofy. But at one point it's going to look exactly like you, and you're going to be inside a room with 5 people at a meeting, and you're all going to be in your bedrooms. And you literally will feel like you're touching, feeling, being with those specific people. That's what's so wild about the glasses. And then when they make the technology even better. How can businesses use Web3 and the metaverse to reach new customers?
well, you happen to mention Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I By utilizing Web3, I believe that businesses will be able to utilize cryptocurrency to, accept payments of cryptocurrency. Um, they can use it to create virtual stores, uh, virtual experiences in the metaverse. Um, they can use Web3 to create new products and services, such as NFTs, non fungible tokens, um, and decentralized apps. Man,
Right.
that's
And then
just a
the
few of the things.
concerts and events, all the big things. How
Mhm.
can businesses use Web3 and the metaverse to improve their operations?
Businesses can use Web3 to improve their operations by using blockchain technology to streamline their supply chains, to create more secure and efficient systems for processing transactions, where people won't get their credit card information stolen, their bank account information stolen. And when you're doing online transactions, um, you can get hacked easier. That's one of the benefits of Web3 is that it's much safer because of the use of blockchain technology. They can also use the metaverse to train employees on new equipment. There's a lot of web-based training out there, but putting the web-based training into a virtual office space or a virtual training ground, you're going to be exercising your brain function, right? You'll get the skills down, not necessarily the physiological function that you need to have with you, but it can be like an introduction, or if it's computer-based processes, yeah, obviously it's a great place to, utilize, for a training ground, computer-based functions of a business.
Right. A lot of great things, David. And I think wait to see. What I would just say, if you are looking at Web 3.0 and saying it's never going to happen, same people were laughing at people on the World Wide Web, or I remember the days that I was on American Online
Yeah,
trying to pull chicks on American Online before I was married. That was interesting. You didn't do any of that American
it
Online
was
stuff?
it was love at AOL. I remember.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. No, I'm just kidding. It's so much better than dating app. Okay, I'm going to send you pictures of me. Like, mail them. Whoa, that was technology, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and we talk people in Texas, and literally it was just like a little chat. We have come a long way. But at that time, did you really think there would be what we call the World Wide Web? So, people, just trust me. When those virtual goggles come out in Apple, Web 3.0 will come. Trust me. All right. Best place to go is hollandbackleadership.com. Appreciate it, David.
Thanks, brother.
Are you listening to Watching the Neil Haley Show? And we'll be back in just a moment.